This is America. We pledge allegiance to the flag.
Hello and welcome to Low Expectations, the show where if your expectations are low, our comedy is high. I am Kelley, Addis.
Hi, and I'm Dan Johnson.
Yeah, we are your hosts for Low Expectations.
That's right, and I am an overweight actor, single, Star Trek fan living in Orlando, Florida. So, really doesn't get any lower than that.
And I am a curvaceous, which means chubby, lady who is engaged, but we spend all of our time watching Orange is the New Black and Star Wars. And that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what we're going to do for this podcast is give you some news. We have some skits. Also,
My leg just got torn up by a cat.
oh yeah, we also have two cats, so that tells you how I'm a cat lady too, so that works. So how this is going to work, we have some news stories that we're going to talk about. We also have some sketches for you that hopefully will be funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that was the theme song.
Low expectations.
Yeah.
Hey, in the news, Jurassic World, breaking all sorts of records.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, it's really
That's
great.
good for the company I work for.
Yeah.
I guess. Kind of sad for, practical makeup and special effects people, though. It's kind of sad day for them.
Yeah.
Because they just proved that they're not needed, apparently. It just takes a couple of geeks in front of a computer to make a movie now.
Well, I mean, some of them, they had like scrapes on them. So
Those
they
were
needed,
digitally. Those were digital
the
scrapes.
scrapes were digitally put in, and the dirt.
I don't just make a cartoon. Just make a cartoon. Why? Why even have live actors? They should have just had Jurassic World. By Pixar, and
Right.
it probably would have been the same thing,
It's true.
and probably would have made more money because it's Pixar.
And then see, and then here's the thing is that was bothering me when we went to go see it, is that you have like babies and little kids going around, and like.
Did they die? I haven't seen the movie yet, by the way. Disclaimer: I have not seen the movie yet. Did they die? Did the kids die?
The ones that were in the theater.
Did the babies die?
No, the babies
I thought you were
did
talking
not.
about the
No,
babies.
not on screen. There are two kids that are in it, and they get chased a lot.
Okay.
Because dinosaurs are hungry.
That's not as exciting. I was
No.
hoping the babies died.
No babies dying. But they're in the theater though. Like that just amazes me that like people will take their kids to anything.
Yeah.
That was like when I went to go see South Park, the movie, and there was a mom who brought in 3 kids to sit down because all she saw was that it was a cartoon. And then it starts going, "Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker," and then they moved out of the theater. But that's all. Like, parents don't check what they need
They
to
don't.
watch.
They don't. And I remember when I was in college and I went to see Showgirls. There was a couple underage kids in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that weird?
Not for me, no. But I imagine for other people it would have been weird.
Yeah. Good, you were focused. You were focused on the movie and on the brilliant acting of Elizabeth Berkley.
But I am really excited that Jurassic World is doing better because it just, it did better than the Avengers movie, so that's good. And anything that has to do with
So
Disney.
it seems that Brian Williams is now officially fired from...
I'm wondering what's going to be next for Brian Williams. I think he will have a promising career in cable news.
Yeah, like Oberman.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went and they had a whole bunch of problems with him, and they just moved him on to sports. Okay, so let's keep moving on then with that awkwardness.
You know what? I'd like to do some movie reviews.
Yeah, go ahead.
These are movie reviews of movies I haven't seen yet. Entourage. Entourage, I think, is a great movie. I haven't seen the TV show or the movie yet, but I'm really excited to see it, and I think it's a great movie. I want to know what happens in that movie because I was a big fan of Posse in 1993, starring Mario Van Peebles and directed by Mario Van Peebles, the director of New Jack City. And I think Entourage is going to be a nice sequel to Posse. And I hope Stephen Baldwin and Billy Zane are in this movie again, because I'm really interested to see what happened to their characters. That's not really a review. I guess it's just my high expectations.
It's your opinion.
All right. This is it. This is my review of Entourage.
Okay.
All right. So this is 22 years after Posse, and the Posse kept their gold from the evil white men, and now they're movie stars in Hollywood, and they want to make a new movie with their money, and they bring Tupac back, and because every year he still releases a new album, so Tupac is going to be in it again. It'll be like a hologram of Tupac.
That's awesome.
It'll be like from he's like from what they did in Star Trek Voyager, like the holographic doctor.
Yeah, I don't watch Star Trek.
So Entourage, I think go see it because we all want to see more of Mario Van Peebles.
Very good. And there's Dan with the movie reviews. In other news, apparently Robert Patrick, yes, the T-1000 from Terminator 2 is on a jury for a murder trial in Los Angeles.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The thing is that like he could morph into like anything. So like he could be like another person and be like I'm not Robert Patrick, and I don't know, some lady that he met.
I just want to see, when he's on the jury and a lawyer said, "Have you seen this boy?" Holds up the picture
of Eddie Furlong.
Because nobody's seen Eddie Furlong in years.
No, nobody has seen him. He is long gone. He was long gone. Furlong gone. So that's all we have for
that's happening in the world of entertainment.
Now we have Dan with our feature. Have you ever pondered, Dan?
Hello, I'm Dan Johnson. Why isn't phonetic spelled the way it sounds?
And that was Dan with Have You Ever Pondered?
Thank you.
We have a debate going on. I am a huge Star Wars fan.
And I'm a huge Star Trek fan.
So we don't get along. So we want to debate this out in public for you guys.
Yeah.
But we need to do it as characters because we're actors and
Absolutely.
we can't be ourselves.
All right.
We have to be other people all the time. So.
Hello, I'm Captain James Tiberius Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
And I am Darth Vader, your Sith Lord in charge.
I'm so upset right now, Lord Vader. Everyone's so excited about the new Star Wars movie coming out.
Because it will be awesome.
It will not be awesome. J.J. Abrams is going to ruin Star Wars the same way he did Star Trek. I feel it in my bones. Why do you think that Abrams' Star Wars is going to be a hit?
Because he's using all practical effects, and I know your friend Dan Johnson likes that.
Yes, let's take a look at the practical effects he used in Star Trek. These phasers that he made for the movie look like they're made out of aluminum foil. It's ridiculous. The bridge of the Enterprise was turned into an Apple store. That sad remake of Khan was a joke, I tell you. I laughed so hard.
I find your lack of faith in J.J. Abrams disturbing.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a flashy, shiny new movie for Star Wars fans, but I remember how excited people were getting when the new trailers for Phantom Menace came out.
Don't
We all know how that
bring
turned
up
out.
Phantom Menace. We'd like to forget that whole entire series.
All I want to say is that I'm really excited for Simon Pegg's Star Trek. I think Simon Pegg writing Star Trek is going to be like Blake Shatner directing Star Trek V.
So there'll just be a bunch of zombies coming at you, is what you're saying.
What's wrong
Because
with
Simon Pegg wrote it.
You all right there, Vader?
I'm a little asthmatic, but other than that, I'm fine.
That's right. I'm going to flip a couple of those switches on your chest plate there.
Yeah, you're right. That's much better.
See? I figured that out with the magic of science, not some mystical force.
Yeah, well, you know, the breathing, it gets people a little intimidated, so it's not the tallness of me or my dark mask. It's the breathing. It creeps people out.
You know what else creeps me out is the fact that your civilization is so advanced they haven't found a cure for asthma yet.
You know what? I was burned over 900% of my body. So, there, they fixed me up. Nobody can figure out your stuttering.
In my galaxy, we just have a magical being called Q who'll just snap his fingers and everything will be alright again.
Yeah, doesn't he also ruin your life?
Yes, but he does that so we can learn a lesson.
So he's like a moral person.
Exactly.
He teaches you morals.
He'll knock you down a few pegs, but then build you back up.
That's horrible. See, I just go and I open up my lightsaber and then I choke people with my hand. But like from far away.
Star Trek wins.
No, Star Wars wins.
Star Trek wins.
No, why do I want moral people who puts me down a peg when I could just choke them to death?
Spock, please! Do the chokehold on Vader right now.
Captain. Aye, aye.
Star Trek wins.
That's great. Low expectations. Now on to the real news, as we like to call it. Not the entertainment fluffy stuff. We're getting on to the real stuff. Let's talk about Miss Rachel.
Rachel Dolezal.
Yes, she, whoo, man.
This is going to be a touchy subject.
It is. You know, there's a lot of people who are comparing her to Caitlyn Jenner, and then you have other people who are saying, well, it's not really the same. There's a psychologist, actually, that I read about.
It's not the same.
It is not.
No.
Caitlyn Jenner, she identified herself as a female from a very young age.
That's right.
Whereas Rachel put on self-tanner and braided her hair and wanted to be black.
That being said, she was apparently very effective as the leader of the NAACP in Spokane, Washington.
Well, see, here's my thing.
Now,
Like,
is that enough to forgive her for her transgressions?
I don't think it should discredit any good she has done, but then again, she's lying about
Exactly.
who she is. It's not something like I want to be black, but I can't.
It comes down to trust, I think. If she's going to lie about that, what else is she going to lie about?
Right, exactly.
And, you know, she's clearly got some issues. Up in the old Nick Grape. I'm pointing to my head for those of you listening.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
It's kind of like radio.
In her old noggin.
I can't see you.
You know, she's got some issues there, and she needs to work them out. So
Yeah. My thing is like, how did anybody else in that organization not tell that she like sat in the tanning bed a little bit too
because
long?
nobody wants to question it. It's
Yeah.
a race thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like there are some guys that say, yeah, she's mixed race.
Because I know if I tried to be Mexican or something like that, it would come off as like really racist. Like hey Holmes, let's go. I got like 3 or 4 jobs lined up, yo. Let's go. We're gonna go to the Home Depot, yeah, and get some tacos. You know, like it wouldn't work. Like I don't know if that's how like a lady Mexican would talk.
I have no comment on that.
That's probably a good thing. We're going to get hate mail already on our first episode. So Rachel, she's interesting to watch.
She is.
Yeah.
I know a lot. She's going to be, the new, the favorite tour of the week, I guess, for the media.
For the week.
We have a little diary segment here. I'm sure a lot of you know of the very first summer blockbuster movie that came out.
Casablanca.
No, that was not the very first blockbuster movie. Summer blockbuster. It was
Batman 66.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
Close Encounters.
No, Jaws. Come
Oh.
on,
Huh.
Jaws, the very
Okay.
first. We have obtained leaked diary entries of the star of Jaws.
Wow.
That's right, not Roy Scheider. Not Richard Dreyfuss. Bruce. Bruce the Shark.
Hello.
Hey, Bruce.
Hi. I'm going to read to you my diary entry. I know this is weird because you wouldn't think that sharks are able to write. But after I devoured that one researcher who had a waterproof diary with them, I just found it really neat and thought I should write down my exploits. So, this is dated yesterday. Dear Diary, I was swimming up the coast of New England when I met a manta ray named Ray. He wasn't really creative. And he said to me, did you see that video on CTube? You know, that one of your cousin giving a high five to a diver? And I said, no, I haven't. And Ray said, well, let's check it out then. So we did. And you see, my cousin, he's a lot bigger than I am, okay? And, that's good for him. That's genetics. We have a good family tree. We've survived a lot of years, like millions of years. But, he didn't expect to be that big, So, anyways, as I get back to the diary, he goes and he gives this diver a high five. Now, my thing is now people are expecting all great white sharks to give them high fives, like we're nice or something. Hey, Lee, you shouldn't have done that. Lee. We call him Lee. Because he's like gigantly. That's what he is. But anyways. So, now Lee has just ruined everything for the rest of us sharks. And what an asshole. That's it. That's all I wrote.
That touched me. I'm glad that I got a chance to know you a little better, Bruce.
You're welcome. I'm glad I got to know you too. You smell really good too.
Okay.
High five.
Oh. Slippery.
You know. Okay, the next one.
Oh, the Pope is pushing the whole climate change thing.
Yeah, so what's that about?
I think that's kind of cool.
What, like about like global warming, like he's on the Al Gore?
Like he's actually, I think he's going to be rooming with Al Gore. Yes,
They're bunk buddies?
They're bunk buddies now. They're going to be best
bunk
buds.
buddies or butt buddies?
And Pope is now going to be looking for man bear pick.
Wow, that's awesome. I've been waiting for somebody to look for him because that's such a dangerous creature.
Because I think it's cool because all the conservatives are so against climate change, and now here's the Pope going, oh, no, climate change is an issue, and it is something that we need to address.
And if you're Catholic, which most very conservative Republicans are, now you have to follow whatever I say because I'm the Pope.
So, score 1 for us.
Yay for sanity. Here we have, there was a stuffed tiger that was found at the Tampa airport, and apparently it was a little girl.
This was
lost
a
it.
trending news story for a while there. Yeah, I don't know if it was a girl, but some kid, I guess, left their little stuffed tiger at the Tampa airport, and so all the workers at the airport did something nice for him. They took pictures of the tiger like it was traveling around the airport, and managed to get the.
That's sad that it didn't get to see like.
Well, it did get, but they didn't show all the pictures obviously because there was they went to Ybor City to the bars and I think
as you do.
There's a couple of photos that leaked apparently.
You saw these photos?
I saw the photos on the internet. The tiger did go to Mons Venus and got a lap dance. Lost a couple $1,000s at the Seminole Hard Rock in Tampa.
Yeah.
But they wanted to make sure that the stuffed tiger got the all the sights and sounds of Tampa. So.
Well, that's good. They sent all the pictures to the girl.
No.
They kept it for themselves.
Yeah, they kept them for themselves. I think.
Just for blackmail.
Kids aren't gonna. Why do you got to bring race into it?
No.
Oh, blackmail. Oh.
Blackmail.
Sorry, I thought you meant. Okay.
No, not racist.
Okay.
No. I know I am racist sometimes, but no, not racist. Apparently there was a bank robber that he stole from a bank and got a little bit hungry and then stopped in for some biscuits. Just wanted some biscuits.
Well, when I rob a bank, I get a little hungry, so
It's a very.
And KFC biscuits are really good. I don't know if
yes,
it's
they
KFC,
are.
but could have been Popeyes. I don't know.
Why you gotta be racist?
Oh.
See, now you're assuming that by saying Popeyes that it was a black man that robbed the bank.
Why you got to assume that only black people go to Popeyes?
I don't know. I don't go to Popeyes.
I do.
Are you black?
No.
Are you Rachel?
I don't go to Popeyes. I go to Chick-fil-A.
Exactly. See? See? That's my point. That is my point. And finally, our last I think we're just going to step away from that one. And our last news story is Emerson College is now offering majors in comedy.
This is awesome. This is an awesome news story because, I always, growing up, you miss out on the toys that you had as a kid, and then you see kids later on getting all of these cool toys that you wish you had when you were a kid. And now that I've graduated college, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
No, that was 25 years ago. 20 years ago. Now there's you can actually major in comedy.
That's so weird.
I know.
But not like the whole point of comedy is that you can't teach it. It can't be taught. It's something that is in your bones. It's there's funny people and then there are non-funny people.
But look at all the it's Emerson College, so look at all the people that graduated there: Jay Leno, Dennis Leary, Stephen Wright, Norman.
Again, you can't teach comedy. Just saying. I mean Jay Leno.
And look at all the funny people that graduated UCF. Daniel Tosh.
Yeah. And now we come to the point in our web series for the Get It's. Now, what Get It's are is we are asking you guys out there in the world of podcastdom to give us suggestions for sketches, things that we could do because we're lazy. And we really, it's a lot of work to put this on. So we need suggestions from you guys. This could be anything but things that Dan and I can do.
Yeah. This being our first podcast, however, we didn't have a lot of opportunity to, build an audience yet.
Yeah.
So
we asked our moms.
Yeah. And my mom sent in a Get It, something that she wants me to do on a regular basis, which is difficult for me, but I will do it because it's what we have to do for our show.
Yeah.
I will put the toilet seat down after I pee. There you go. I hope you're happy.
That was really good.
What's your Get It?
Oh, my mom wants me to stop acting like a complete whore.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al knows about it, so it's not like...
Hey, if you're into that, that's fine. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like sleeping around or anything. She just thinks I am.
oh, okay.
So that is it for our Get It's, and that is it for our show. Thank you so much, everybody, that has come by to listen to us. I hope you enjoyed. Much more to come. Tune in next week where you'll hear Dan Johnson say,
I just pooped.
yeah. So that's it. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Woo! Yeah.